Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are going to put to the test the new Tom Ford Beauty Soft Matte Architecture Blurring Powder. You know I'm obsessed with the Tom Ford Architecture Foundation, so as soon as I saw the powder drop I was like, oh, I need to get this and test it. And I'm gonna do this in two parts again. I'm gonna do today, and I'm gonna try my hardest to do a wear test for today as well, and then I'm gonna test it for a few days and come back and give you guys like my final thoughts after testing it for a few days. So there'll be timestamps and all that kind of stuff if you only want to see certain parts. But let's get into it. Before we do, you know you gotta do the YouTubey things like subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. You guys are zoomed in nice and close, 4K, no filters, all up in the business of the skin, much to my editing delight. Also, I think my cat scratched me throughout the night on the chin because I woke up with this with a little scratch and I don't remember getting it. Anyway, so this is the Tom Ford Architecture Soft Matte Blurring Powder. I probably have that said all wrong. It does come with your little Tom Ford velvet sleeve, and then this is the powder right here. I did kind of give it a little sneaky touch yesterday. So you also get this really cute little, I actually kind of like this little powder brush it comes with. Nice little compact and powder to put in your handbag for touch-ups, just because this brush is actually quite decent. Like this actually would be good for touch-ups, so I like that. Now it comes in 4 shades from what I can see. Shade range always needs work. 95 USD, it's 170 Australian dollars. I didn't actually pay that. I got mine off Selfridges for, I'm pretty sure, like 150. I don't know what, like Australian makeup has gone up in the last like 2 weeks quite a bit, so I don't quite know why, but it's a lot. It has 9 grams of product, and the description is sublime softness, a cloud-like veil, the ultra sensorial formula comforts skin while spherical powders help control shine. Superfine translucent powder blurs the look of imperfections with a filter-like diffused matte finish. So we shall see. I am going to do a speed through of my base makeup all the way up until the powder point, just like I normally do for these kind of reviews, and then we will test the powder together. It's 7:21 right now in the morning, so hopefully you can see that. 7:22 even, and I'm getting my hair done this afternoon. So when I get back from my hair getting done, which will be like 5:36, I will do a check-in with like how it's worn for the day, and then I'm gonna test this for a couple of days with a few different kind of like foundations and stuff. Unless I immediately hate it in the first impressions, then I'll know. But yeah, and then I'll come back and like tell you guys final thoughts after testing it with other foundations and go from there. So let's do the speed through of the base makeup. So we have up until concealer and cream bronzer all done, so it's now time to go in with this powder. I'm so excited. I'm gonna also put this on my under eyes because when I get a new powder, I like to test it on my under eyes and my face. Usually I use two separate ones. If you're new around here, if you've been around here, sorry, you know that. But yeah, so I'm gonna use a brush on this side of my face and a powder puff on this side of my face, and we'll compare it for today. So for my under eyes, I'm gonna apply it with the N14 from BK Beauty, and let's go into this. There is a little bit of kick up, which I don't mind because it means I'm gonna be able to actually get some product for the powder. Sometimes if it's pressed too hard, the powder's too light for my preference. Initially looks lovely on the under eye. That looks very blurring. Sometimes though, that doesn't mean it's gonna be great, because I've had other powders before where I've initially put it on and it's looked phenomenal, and then within like 30 minutes it just goes horribly wrong. So we'll see. Not mad at that initially though. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to take an MY15, just pick some up and press it into the rest of my face. You know, I love a blurring soft matte powder. That's exactly what I like. This is my kind of preferred style. Okay, initially I think that looks very beautiful and very blurring. First impressions on that side is really, it's really quite nice. Okay, let's take, this is the LH Cosmetics Powder Puff. Pick some up. Give this a go. I like the brush side more for me. So this is powder puff, this is brush. I think the powder puff has put probably a little bit too much product on, which I could obviously have picked up less, but yeah, I think if you have really oily skin, a powder puff and like really pushing that powder in is really good. But for me right now with my skin type, the brush, I think it just looks a bit smoother and a little bit less product in a nice way. But they don't look bad. Either side actually doesn't look bad. So I am not mad at that. I like it. Initial first impressions is it's very soft and blurring. So we'll see how it wears, because it's all about how it wears. And this Tom Ford foundation, I do have a review of this on my channel as well. The Tom Ford foundation that I'm wearing is beautiful and it wears so well. So it'll be interesting to see how this powder wears with it, because if it all of a sudden doesn't wear well today, it's definitely got to be the powder, because the foundation always wears well. All right, I'll just do a speed through of the rest of my makeup in case you're interested in watching it. If not, you can just like skip to the next timestamp. And then I will do my last check-in before like my wear test. So let's do it. This is the finished makeup look. This is what we're looking like. This is how it's finished. I think initially it looks very, very flawless, even on the under eyes. I actually think, in my humble opinion, this has all come together really well. It's now 4 to 8. So I will wear this for as long as possible. Like I said, I'm getting my hair done this afternoon, so I will check in after that. I do not touch up my face. Like, I put more lip gloss and stuff on, but I don't put any other powder or anything on throughout the day. So we will see what this looks like completely untouched at the end of the day with my hair freshly done. So let's go to future teens at the end of the day, shall we? All right, my friends, I am just back from getting my hair done. It is now, I don't know if you can see that, 6:35 p.m. on the rocket clock. So I have been wearing this for a really long time. And it's like all went away here where like the barrier for my hair dye and stuff is. That's not the makeup's fault. First impressions is I'm looking pretty oily through here, but I will say I've had this on for almost 12 hours now, so actually this is done really well. I also don't have it like, it's not settling like in any fine lines or anything like that, and I'm still looking pretty smooth. So I'm looking over here because there's a mirror over here. I'm looking pretty smooth considering this has been on for so long. I definitely could touch up and it would take some of the oil away, but first impressions, wear test. I think it's looking pretty good considering it's been on for almost 12 hours. What do you think? I'm not mad. And it's survived a trip to the hairdressers. So I'm not mad so far. All right, so this is the wear test. And initially I really do quite like this. Is it as holy grail as my Chanel and my Face Atelier? I'm not sure yet. I think it's done a really phenomenal job. Like, really phenomenal though at holding up under today's pressures. It's been pretty hot here today for me anyway. So yeah. All right, we're gonna now flash forward to future teens and see how she's gone for the next few days. All right, my friends, it is future teens and I have been testing this Tom Ford powder for a couple of days now, and I know my thoughts. I'm ready to share them and whether or not I think this is worth the pickup. So I am wearing the powder today. This look is probably already up on the channel. Yeah, I'd say this look is up on the channel. If not, it's coming very soon. And I feel like it's looking pretty flawless. What can I tell ya? Okay, this powder, what do I think of it? I actually really like it. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful powder. Now, is it $170 worth good in terms of, I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, now that's Australian, pretty sure I paid 95 Australian dollars for the Chanel loose powder. And this has 9 grams of product and the Chanel has 30 grams. So in that aspect, I think the Chanel loose powder is better. One, better value for money. You get more product. I also do like the Chanel powder better than this one, but not by much, I will say that. And I think this powder is probably a little bit more friendly to all skin types. I think whether or not you have dry to combo oily skin, you'll probably quite like this powder, whereas the Chanel one really does lean more towards that combo oily skin vibe. I mean, if you have dry normal skin, you can use it, but you just want to use it very sparingly. It's definitely for my combo oily like peeps. This one, if you have the combo oily skin, like if you have oily skin, you're definitely going to want to take this with you on the go and touch up throughout the day. I think if you have really oily skin, it's not going to be as long wearing. I found for my combination skin, like you saw in the wear test at 12 hours almost, my oils were definitely peeking through. So probably at about the 8-hour mark is when I could probably touch up with this powder. But for my combination skin, it actually did a really nice job at keeping the oils at bay, keeping the long wear time of my makeup extended, and still looking quite smooth and flawless. And then if you have that normal dry skin, I think the fact that it's pressed and you can really control the amount of product that goes on, and the fact that it's not an like stripping drying type formula, I think you guys will quite like it as well and probably wouldn't need to touch up at all with this. I also really like, you know, the compact of it. I like this little brush brush that it comes with. This is actually a good brush. Normally I would throw these little things out, I'm not gonna lie, but this is a nice little brush. It works quite well, especially to like throw in your handbag and like touch up through the day. It's quite a nice, like, it's a nice on the go makeup product. I think if you are a Tom Ford lover, you will love this. If you like the Tom Ford Architecture Foundation, I think you will really like this as well. Like I said, I do prefer the Chanel one. You get more product, it's cheaper, and for my combo oily skin peeps, our makeup's gonna wear a lot longer with that powder, but this is a good option. Like, I do like this. Like, I would say right now, like, this powder it's gonna rank pretty high in my collection, and I do love me some Tom Ford, so yeah. Now, does that mean you should go out and run out and buy it? I don't know. Everyone's value of a dollar is different. Only you can decide that for yourself. I'm just here to share my 2 little cents and my experience with the product. Just remember, all my own opinions. So check out other reviews and stuff, because we're all very different and we're all different how we like our makeup and that kind of stuff. I will say as well, I also liked this on my under eyes, which is a big deal. Like, I very rarely like a face powder, like an all over face powder on my under eyes as well. My under eyes are very dry, my face is combo, but this does do a nice job for both. Kind of like the La Prairie powder, actually. I just recently tried that as well, and that powder as well goes really nice on the under eyes and the rest of the face. So yeah, I think this overall is a really, really nice powder. I think Tom Ford have done a really, really solid job. I really do. And like I said, that, like, the pickup is just whether or not you wanna, if you're curious and you wanna give it a go, but that's my 2 little cents. So hopefully that was helpful in some way, shape or form. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd be very curious to hear whether or not you guys are thinking of picking this powder up. And yeah, if you're watching to this point, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate you. Extra special shout out to my Lily absolute legends and all my members. Thank you for supporting my channel here. And I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.